Now, how did the so-called white man conquer all the world? It goes back to the blessing Isaac gave Esau on his deathbed. Let's go to Genesis chapter 27. Genesis 27, and I'm just getting to the point. Genesis 27:39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, look at the verse, O my father, and Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. How would Esau dwell? How could their dwelling be the fatness of the earth? Means the best places on earth. Remember, they lived in Edom, which was a small little area. Okay, look at the next verse. And by thy sword shalt thou live. And by thy sword shalt thou live. So how would they dwell in the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven? And by thy sword shalt thou live. Meaning Esau was blessed with the art of war. Okay? And by thy sword shalt thou live. That's how they were able to conquer. Okay, that's why, and they conquered everybody and moved them out of their countries, out of their lands. That's what happened to the Greeks, okay? That's what happened to Japhet, okay, and their sons. They were conquered. Everybody was conquered and moved. You got these unlearned Israelites that go, oh no, Esau didn't conquer Japhet. Japhet is still in their land today. No, Esau conquered all nations and moved them, okay? And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. This is the promise. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, it got the dominion during the time of Solomon, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Okay, that's what happened during the time of Solomon. You can read about that in Kings. But that part we wanted was here in verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live. That's why Christ said, he that liveth by the sword shall what? Die by the sword. A lot of you don't understand the scriptures. And Esau hated Jacob. Now, many of these same Israelites that teach that the so-called white man is Japhet reject the Apocrypha. Why? Because the Apocrypha kills their lies. Okay, let's see who the last empire would be on the earth before the kingdom of heaven is set up. We're in 2nd Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 9. Let's start at 8. And he said unto me from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. That had great symbolism. Look at verse 9. For, meaning because, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So you see that the last empire ruling before the kingdom of heaven is Esau. Not Japhet, but Esau. That's who America is. Russia, Germany, France, Spain, okay, Greece, Rome, Britain. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob, meaning the 12 tribes of Israel, is the beginning of it that followeth.
You black people that don't realize you're living in Bible time, you're going to get destruction. Okay? Read that verse again.
But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant.
The Bible says if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. So you black people that want to stand up for America, when America's destroyed, you're going to be destroyed right along with it. And especially a lot of you older black men. A lot of you are dumb as hell and wicked as hell. You've been living in the ghetto all your life. Then when the Bible truth comes out, you don't want to accept it.
Right.
The Bible truth comes out that you're the Israelites, you don't want to accept it. You got your lips stuck out. You got your pants below your butt. You don't even know your nationality. And when a brother brings out the truth, you reject it. As soon as the white man stands up, you shucking and jiving, you bending, kissing his behind. That's the state of the black community, the black people, because you're the Israelites. Read it again.
But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant.
Now go back to Obadiah. Let me look at it. I want verse 3.
The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee.
The white people, the Bible calls them Edom. The Bible says the pride of their heart has deceived them. That's why those two devils sat there trying to make mockery. But what they was making mockery of, the Bible says God is not mocked. Whatsoever a man sows, that shall he also reap. Read it again.
The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Who dwells in the clefts of the rock? Caucasian. What does the word Caucasian, where does it derive from? The Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia. What are white people called today? Caucasians.
Right.
Why? Because they come from the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia during the Middle Ages. Read it again.
The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high.
The so-called white man is called Edom. They like to build skyscrapers, the Bible says. They like to dwell on high so they can look down on the Negro. Oh, look at the Negro in the ghetto. Meanwhile, they living on the 57th floor, looking down on you.
Whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
How is Edom, the so-called white man, able to say that? Who shall bring me down? Because they got missile technology. Missile and satellite technology. Read that verse again.
That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
That's why they got a lot of pride. The Bible has foretold you that they got a lot of pride, and they got the power to say, who can bring me down? Why? Because they got the bomb. Okay? They got satellite technology. You black men, you ain't got nothing. You don't even got your black woman by your side. But the white man has conquered the whole earth. Read it again.
The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Who shall bring Edom down to the ground? Who can bring America down to the ground? Nobody. Nobody can bring America down. That's why the prophecy says in Romans 9 that just like God raised up Pharaoh in Egypt, he would raise up Edom in the last days. Who is Edom? E-D-O-M? The so-called white man. They are Edom. They are America. They are Europe. They are Germany. They are Switzerland. They are Poland. They are Russia. All Caucasians are Edom. E-D-O-M, according to the Holy Bible.
The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle. What is the symbol of the United States of America? The eagle. If you don't understand it, take out a dollar bill. Take out a $1 bill, what's on it? The bald eagle. Why is the symbol of America the bald eagle? Because America is a bird of prey. A bird of prey preys upon all the smaller birds. Has America done that? Is America doing that? Do they prey upon smaller countries? Do they destroy smaller countries? Yes. That's why America's symbol is the bald eagle. And when you examine history, what was the symbol of ancient Greeks? The eagle. Why? Because they were birds of prey. They destroyed all the dark nations. What was Rome's symbol? The eagle. Why? Because they were a bird of prey, preying and destroying all the smaller nations. What was Britain's symbol? The eagle. What was Russia's symbol? The eagle. What was Germany's symbol? The eagle. What was Spain's symbol? Thank you. The eagle. Now we're in the United States of America. What is America's symbol? The eagle. Read that verse again.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
So there's no question who Edom is. You black people in the church, you ain't read the Bible yet? That the nation you live in, the so-called white man is Edom. E-D-O-M. Edom. That's the nation God said Christ would come back to destroy, because they would be too powerful upon the earth for any other nation to bring them down. Read it again.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars.
And if you still are clueless as to who Edom is, go read that verse again.
And though thou set thy nest among the stars.
Who's doing space travel? Who went on the moon in 1969 and said the eagle has landed? Was it the Chinese? No. Was it the Negro in the ghetto? No, you didn't do that. Was it the Arab? Nope, the Arab didn't do that. Was it the white man? Did the white man go to the moon in 1969 and say the eagle has landed? Let's see what God says.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars.
Who exalts themselves as the eagle and set their nest on the moon among the stars? You got these lying Jehovah Witnesses talking about the Edom has been destroyed already, brothers. You're wrong. You don't know. You Jehovah Witnesses, your time is up. Your Christian lives is finished now because God has sent His Spirit in the earth. His Spirit is upon these brothers you see here. Many of the sisters coming into this truth. There's no more lies going to be taught in this earth. Your time of your Christian lives is up. Your time is finished.